This video is about Star Trek and Star Wars and why I don't like Star Wars or why I don't think I liked it. It's pretty long, but I didn't want to get rid of it. It's got a lot of interesting points, so I bring it to you now. You know why I chose this face? I have very rational reason to use this face. And it looks so dead. It doesn't look alive at all. Of course, my mouth can't move, but I can turn it around and look at myself and judge myself correctly. Not without the head. Without the head, I have to judge myself incorrectly with someone else watching me. That's dishonest. Oh, but the honesty's back. I can heart that shit. So I'm a Star Trek guy. I don't give a fuck about Star Wars. Now, when I was a child, though, I must admit, it would seem for all the right reasons or wrong, whatever reasons there need be. This guy's face looks like his tongue is sticking out permanently. You know, red and black are satanic. I mean, if you're going to do anything Satan, you need these two colors specifically because what they suggest to the human. And I know this guy's name. I don't know shit about Sith Lords. I don't want to. It would occupy precious space in the lore collecting area for real lore, not made up shit. That sounds real fucked up, right? It kind of does. And that's what I want to look at. The level of irrationality someone else lives. If you put it to a test and lived, like these women that are saying what's not masculine, I mean, the shit I heard them say was so crazy that, I mean, these are hot, dumb girls saying it, with the exception of the fat one. I don't know what her point was at all. She's a monster. There's no reason for any of that to come out of her mouth, what she said. Wherever she's at, it's got to be, you could probably feel that area. It would feel fucked up. I'm not going to say bad. It would feel fucked up. You'd be like looking around trying to figure out what the fuck's going on without there being any sign of clue. And this would be her energy signature. She affects probably a 2 mile radius. And no one would know it would be her, not the effect. But I guarantee you it's there. You could probably take a team right now and get a measurement. I don't know what that would be. New energy? It ain't new. It's been around. It'd be some form of energy. Think of like a radiation that you don't know about yet. Call that your mom's fucking attitude at X and X time you didn't like it. You know what I'm talking about. So there's hundreds of these. But like, these are people that they don't care. They're not concerned with masculinity, what it is. It's their pussy, and they feel as they are the ultimate arbiter of it, because in a way they are. Because they can give their nasty slice and think it's great and nice. It's not. It can't be. It would be nasty. You got stinky pussy, lady. But lady, how can you say these things when your pussy smells like uh fucking fish market, Wuhan fish market? It's not even it's not local. This is like strange and foreign infected type shit. Some weird clean disease that don't show up for years. Something real fucked up. It's a new disease. It's spreading. People die fast. 100% death within hours. You're gonna die. Something real fucked up. There's so many new combinations of fucked up, and it like workable though. What can walk around and advanced forms of abomination. I think they used to use the word, but it got tainted by religions killing people, But when it was still good, it was just reserved for killing like giants and their kids. Little baby giants, little baby giants. You got to kill them. Well, you got orders, you got to do it. So, I mean, you really have to bend over in half to like disable your humanity to be a monster. You do. If you're a man, you do. If you're these things, you're a siren. You're like, you're not, you're beyond bad. And it's clear. Like you can see it. So I don't know how to frame it correctly without, giving Gorgon her snake on her head. Somebody's going to turn into a statue. The snakes are going to wake up. They're going to come out of her fucking manicured hair. You thought it was a perm, wrong. Um, at any moment. If you're around one of these, I'm just trying to give you an escape. You need to leave. You need to get away from her. She's going to do the snaky head thing, and that's a wrap. There's a reason why there's no defense except some bullshit ass mirror for the Gorgon Medusa. It's not like a literal story. It's telling you a lot of things. Sure, there may have been she'd still be around though. She didn't get her head cut off. The side effect of this horror is the living forever that you get with it, which is why being a monster and slain dead is good for her. She needed it. Trust me, she wanted it way before it came. And what the fuck, dude? This form of bitchiness and witch is an extreme. I don't know. There were signs going into the video. The lady that the man advocate, the advocate for men, that there's only one. Apparently, people don't like it when you're an advocate for men, especially in areas of common sense, because it's open season on men. If you haven't noticed, because we're all bad and toxic. Clearly, you see, I don't have to convince you if I wear Darth Sidious or whatever his name is. Maul, he mauls, right? He mauls. This is like Darth Vader was fucked up, so he wore the mask. He was intentionally made fucked up and have to go through some sort of pain to stay alive. There's something in the book. I don't know. Somebody's referred to it. See, this is all. I can't tell you firsthand. I don't know the mechanisms involved because I've chosen Star Trek, more sensible version of science fiction, way greater in its import. I'm sorry. Asks more valid questions. This is more fanciful. That doesn't cause me to dislike Star Wars at all. Don't hear me wrong. I wouldn't have the name Darkatic if I didn't understand something about the Dark Lord. But it's like a lot easier to understand a Dark Lord when they're evil than it is to emulate or have the ability to even perform some sort of like Jedi shit for real. I mean, think about the Jedi's. What are they doing? What are they doing? They're saving the universe. They're epic fight scenes. Guy to guy to guy to guy to guy and die or something horrible. You know, if you get to live your whole life. Now remember, there's like a whole section of children that are being cloned to be trained from day one to wield the Force because nobody wields the Force. They barely know it exists. And obviously it exists because it powers spaceships and shit, right? Something like that. At least your weapon, right? You get one lightsaber. Who the fuck's got that? And what's powering that? Some sort of fancy crystal? That's probably Atlantis. That's already hit 15 markers to be Atlantis. Would it be more likely that this is a retelling of a very real story and that's the story? I don't know. That's just a side thought. But it is right. It's accurate. It's accurate. Some have suggested, and look, I don't like to think like this because it blows up the ability of my natural one of these, which works just fine. So I don't like fucking with it, and this fucks with it. This fucks with it. I like backstories that are well written to characters that are developed by people that have made up characters. History has people with a mix of both because periodically, for whatever reason it happens, somebody's real life gets overwritten with another story. Think about Jesus. If he's not a real guy and they've made him up, then he fits this criteria exactly. Because this guy is a sun god. A sun god. Do you know what a sun god is? Are you a normie? Normies, hello. I know that God's not real and fancy sky dads not in fashion. I understand that, but I'm asking you a question. What do you know about sun gods? Anything? Or are you do you dismiss? See, the fascinating thing about that is the plasma dynamic of what the sun god does. Because yeah, okay, it's real. Maybe the words fuck it up. They have and they yeah they can exist. They do. I'm sure they one would be existing now even for the sun we have in our sky. Maybe one on our Earth, maybe not. Irrelevant. Does your belief matter in such things? Well, you can't become or incorporate something properly that you don't validate some form of existence to. If you want to be a better human, you need examples. You don't always have good ones. Well, this is one that's in and out. It's too blurry and on the line. I mean, because I've already disabled my ability to function under the radar, at least where if I want to help someone who needs the help to know, I'm already in the infringement status of their ability not to know and be ignorant. And see, with the duplicitous nature of affecting everyone all at once, whatever fucking is your responsible area around you, where you should be at least not dead, not filth, not piece of shit, or die from it, is your stance as a man, which is almost ridiculous. It is almost ridiculous. You have a society, and the men build the society. Yeah, you got your tough women with your fucking poster making your fucking muscle. We all know that you contributed during work time while men went to go to war and die. But men are going to war and gonna die, and our might as well be dead until we stop war. What a twist, right? What a twist. How do you stop war if you can't stop fighting and talking shit? It's like these cats. So just watch these cats phenomenally fight one another. And it's like when you watch the cat unleash its ass upon itself, the other cat, you get a mix of what you expect and what you don't. And if they really do it good, you do see the hair clumps flying off. You know, I don't even know how a human would survive that because they don't. Like, you don't. If a cat does that to you of your size, you're done. It's over. And what does it take to get into a conflict like that? Well, if you're a cat, you gotta be fighting with each other since you're very, very small at that level. That's why they play so much, right? But it's their inability to gauge their own self against the I got nothing praise fucking phenomenal. Pound for pound. I mean, a pussy cat can hurt you. Your claws bad. Sharp teeth, they'll fuck you up. But if a lion was to hit you, he's taking you with him. It's going with you're dead. It's like when the shark bites you. You can hope to lose a leg or arm or die. A shark gets you in the midsection, they get you a bite right here. That's got to be one of the most terrific ways to die, and also the most helpless fucking ways you can probably feel before it happens. It's got to drain you all wrong. You know, it's something about that that needs to be avoided. I'm not saying you're in the water with sharks because that's what I'm saying. In a different form, though. These are sharks. They're man eater, like she eating man. Not the fun way, not the porno way, not any way you could get any derivatives other than I'm telling you, bulletproof vest yourself, invest in armor. There's not much that you can do. No, well, that's not true. I don't want to misinform my own information stream. I got a notion to commotion, and I wanted to share. I wanted to see something too about putting on this guy's face. What was he? Darth Vader. Darth Vader did make bad guy look cool. You knew he was bad, but you might not have known why early on. If you're a kid in the '80s, this is the situation. I can't say that for anyone else. As a little kid, I thought it, the idea of Darth Vader as a bad guy had nailed it. The motherfucker will choke you across the room with the fucking invisible choke. That's the most badass move that you want to have now and would use it wrong. You'd be choking motherfuckers out. Maybe not your best friend or your immediate circle, but come on, dude. Let's be honest. Nobody could wield that. You go in public, it's over. You could be there's no one attends events, you know. So what's really going on there in the Empire? What are they going to work for? Laser boots? What sticks the model on? How do you go to be the dark side's guy and decide this was a good idea? Because it's not. It's not even rational at all. It's the same with the dark side polarity in our situation, where you've got to be 92 to 95% service to your own self only, because you don't realize. I'm going to make the opposite case, because if you look at it and you're like, well, I really don't want to be suffering for no reason, but I don't want anyone to suffer. There's just limited things you can do about it without like infinite bank money. Let's be honest. If you have to go to work, whatever you can do becomes metered by every fucking thing around you. The weather, the goddamn ability to get to longer than walking distance, all sort of ways that put you into society doing shit are extremely hostile, but not in the ways that you think, in the ways you think not. And you're wrong. You're wrong. You're so fucking wrong. You're not aware of it though. I mean, you wouldn't be able to walk around like that if you were. You'd have to have some sitting down time. There's a reason why you can't perceive all the fucking frequency of light, because there's too much going on. It had to be narrow banded, or we wouldn't be able to exist. You have to pay attention to what's going to eat you, and you're going to die from it first, or you're done. But this form of predator is eating you. You are dying from it. You are done as well. The sort of wound is like almost forever. That sounds real pussy to say, but the concept is the wounded healer. You have to be not only ripped to shreds, like all your pieces broken apart Osiris style, but then somehow reassembled and made anew. And it's part of the mythos of sun gods, which don't exist and can't be aspired to at all, which is a way to basically lie the same way, but with completely irrational, different twists. Because I mean, I'm not lying to you in the way that could be sinful for me. I'm not telling you untruths. I'm Zen Kohan your ass with the weird ass thoughts about things that exist, but maybe not in the way that you think so. Definitely not in day to day going out weather. You put your pants on, Johnny situation. Your big boy pants will do you neither good nor ungood. No, if I wouldn't talk freely in the shadows, I wouldn't know. What do you got? You got this guy's mask here. Reminds me it's on, but it won't appear unless I get close and really have to say something. And that's what makes it perfect. I don't want to have. I don't like this. But if he is what the Darth Vader's from, it stands to reason that he's Uber Vader. He's probably way more than Vader would be. What'd you get your wound from? Trying to save or murder your girlfriend? Oh, come the fuck on. Lava wounds my ass. That whole fucking franchise of movies it went shittier the faster it went. Then maybe the opening scenes is the only thing I don't know what happened with Star Wars. So there's so many people that love Star Wars, and I don't want to say I don't hate it. There might be another emotion going on here though. Something about what you know about the truth that you think you know, the Force. Maybe it is the Force. The Force exists. No shit, it exists. They don't call it the Force. No, they don't. They have a lot of names for it. It's very close to electricity, but not electricity. That much is scientifically factual. You could go and hook a guy up right now and shock his ass using Johnny Dynamite fucking method of shocking you with the chi. Shocks your ass with the chi, loads charges up, fucking shocks people. They put them on a meter. They see they've been shocked. They jump like you do when you get electrocuted because he's using the force. Using it. Catches shit on fire. He's using it. He's doing it. It's hard to direct. Being a living being mostly made of this shit, I will tell you, it's the stuff of magic. And yeah, it's hard to fucking wield at that level. It takes a lot of school. You do need to go to all your years of formative academy in secluded training mode all day long, meditating. Because you get phenomenon. What do you need to do that for if you don't have a TV and you're not in this day world? Number one, in this day and world, there's no time for you to do that at all. You get that shit out of your head. You do have to leave and go into mountains of Tibet and stay for a minute to get this. And it's there, so you can. And it's like a commodity that, it's not like you're going to go and buy some fucking magic. I'll have magic. I bought magic, the ability to magic. People throughout time have since tried to acquire wrongly such things in dramatic failures. Somebody should make a video about epic failures over time. I don't think they have one yet, but I'll be watching. No, I won't make it. It's not appropriate. It wouldn't be appropriate. I would not be in the right area to do such a thing. It would be of conflict of interest. It is a conflict of interest because I want it too, but I have it. There's the problem. I want it and I already possess it, just like you. The serious danger is spontaneously it. Because think about it, as a human, you can live in you're near all kinds of other humans, and like we're all the same, right? No, not even close. Some excel and are fucking wonderful, great in all sort of different ways. They're not even like normal humans. Then you have your NPC people, where every day is a debate on if these are real things and not some sort of glitch not some sort of artifact of the fucking process being exposed before their eyes like a fucking bug that they could that it would be a sad thing if people had the license to people because people are murderers. They love killing shit, especially each other. This is a sad fact. You have to hate yourself to kill another person or be in service to one of those ideals to give you the license to do it. Nobody that kills someone and isn't a complete monster isn't fucked up by that process. There's something that happens to you when you take a life of another person and you are also one value of that life. It's as close to math as you're going to really get, though. You are one, so you took one out, so you fucked up. You've done something really fucking different. You've changed the equation because all you are is one person here. However you want to fancifully put it, it doesn't matter. If you believe her or not believe her, it doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. The potential exists, recognize it or not, because humans are going somewhere. And it's obviously it's not the direction we came from, which would be more advanced sun gods type shit. And they built shit. So what do you fucking do with that? We think we're evolving, we're not. In fact, I think we're about to be out of there. The birth rates fucked, sterile. We're sterilized. Congratulations, we're already done. So it's not a. You don't have to believe anything that I say because we're all dead in one sense or another, and it wouldn't. So what you would get from it would be irrelevant. It would be meaningless. This is the world of the Dark Lord. This is the odds that they are stacked against. It kind of makes sense why that they have that choice, but never before. It's not even something I want to even I would want anything to do with. Negative path is fucked up. It's fucked up. And in fact, once you get to level 6, you're not through the whole octave of music yet of the universe, and you're done because you can't. There's no one else to conquer, control, slave, and dominate. You have exceeded. You have dominated all that can be dominated. You are in a very surreal state, and that hell is their heaven. Isn't that fucked up? No, none of these places are real places. What I'm saying, there are other realms, of course, but most people's idea of heaven is so fucking retarded and cartoon. It doesn't even go into necessary on why that's not real. But yet, people still every day are clinging on to weird forms of irrationality. It's not religion selling you some bullshit that you shouldn't believe and you know isn't true. It's not the package of the lie that's the problem at all. It's something else. It definitely fucks with people's families. I listen to my uncle talk, and he's so in the lanes. And it's like I've recognized it, and I recognized it in where my dad had it. It wasn't that bad. I'm telling you about something completely horrible. But what is bad is when your critical thinking is halted by this, because you need it for everything to compare to anything. You practically can't even talk to people because if you don't use the weird, creepy sounding language that church people use, they feel great using it. Brother, hey brother, you hear these words. This is not meant to point the finger. I went to it for a long time. I always thought they were fucking retardedly funny, dumb, and going to be fucked up by it in the end. Because who are you? Like, if you're talking about a God who knows all your thoughts and dreams, all the intent of your heart. So what's you if the concept if it anything you would do would never approach it at all, and it basically becomes useless to interact with. Period. That form of deity or whatever it is, the archons. That would be your archons. That's what archons are, and they're the rulers. If you want to rule, you can emulate like one, or you can be a force of nature, dastardly and such. I don't know any Dark Lords. I didn't go to the Black School of witchcraft or sinister fucks. I recognize that as the industries. I know. What a miscalculated move, right? Now, even the good side, if you can call it that, has been infiltrated. It's funny. It's like you have the new school of secret societies. It's the Golden Dawn. Maybe the weird whatever there's weird secret societies, and there's dark and black branches to them both. And yeah, they administer some form of society. That's true on timeline schedules that are very very neatly packed, and both of them get memos. They both know when the unpacking will occur, and the dark will still scramble to keep people ignorant of the newest thing that is already. But you don't know. No, you're not supposed to know. There's something real sinister about you're not supposed to know. Who the fuck tells me what I'm supposed to know if not me? Who the fuck tells you what you're supposed to know? You insert wrong answer, please. I dare you. Because you know as well as I do, it should be you. There's not a fucking. Only a Dark Lord could look you and tell you that. Because they're the only one that gets away with the truth of that. That's fucked up, though. That's fucked up, though. It seems really fucked up. You know, you still got to get up and do for yourself too. So it's not like you can never be one or the other. That doesn't exist. There's only this weird blend of the binary that everyone wants to hate and everyone reconciles with in the end. And it's a fucked up mix though, because really you're trying to be 50-50, but better than 50%. If you're good and pretend to wish to be, you have to be. But in evil, it's so fucking out of whack that it requires the real sociopathic narcissist to pull it off. And we need them to do that though, or else we don't have surgeons. They're all right with that. They don't care if you know. They're the only people in society that have gotten through the weird part of what they are with any successfulness. And then even of them you get the Stephen Greer. Stephen fucking Greer. Have you seen this guy? This is he's the guy holding the aliens. Tell us there's fucking aliens now flag with the most success so far. And it's so crazy that he is such a reptile, dude. I swear to God. If you don't see the lizard in this dude, I don't know what to do for you. He had invisible lizards beat a lady up in a group circle one time. She explained it. And she said it right because I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. And she said he sicked his friends on me. He was calling them his friends, and he's talking about the Draco aliens. Oh, that's fucking amazing, though. So you can go and visit the aliens at a big events that they have in the desert, and you'll meditate and hold hands and whatever his protocols are. I feel sorry for Thunder Wizard because Thunder Wizard did the protocols, made the contact, and now he's all fucked up. He's not the Thunder Wizard he used to be. Trust me, some guy that calls himself Thunder Wizard, that guy has a character that it's very Thunder Wizardy. Not anybody can pull that off. This guy's breaking down doing interviews, and I was there. I caught it when he made contact. And what do I do? I said I'll talk to aliens. I'll ask them. I'm not following the protocol, so maybe they're not getting me. What happens if you follow the protocols? Oh, you don't know? They come. They bring a ship. They're not going to land. Don't freak out. You can ask them to and want it all you want. They're not going to land. I don't know what the prime directive is, but apparently I don't know if you knew this or not, but our leaders have a checked box of retard. We're not subscribed to anything good. No, we get all the bad emails, and we're gonna get the because aliens aren't real. You imagine that in swamp gas. Don't forget about swamp gas. I've never seen it. It may exist, it may not, but that shit's gonna glow as it comes up. That's where you got me at bullshit. and I don't care about the scientific explanation for some swamp gas. The fact that they pulled that out of their ass so fast with the swamp gas that it made it famous. That's where swamp gas comes from, not swamps. Don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. So if you see a Dark Lord, thank him for his service, and then you have to kill him, of course. I mean, like you're gonna die, so keep your mouth shut. Play by the rules. These are the rules. They'll tell you when you need to know. Keep your head down and don't look them in the face. These are the aliens that we're gonna get that they're not gonna mention. They'll be mixed in with the other ones. So if you think we've had a hard time being humans with the different races and colors and all, wait do you see what happens when aliens come.